Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So it's the day after KvK, and admittedly, I actually didn't have a horrible KvK. It consisted of a fairly decent match, and yeah, I'm okay with that. Other people didn't necessarily have such good luck. It may be because they haven't been spending as much lately, and well, the Chinese overlords want their yacht payment. Sorry, I had to hiccup or something. You guys didn't hear it though. So yeah, the Chinese overlords want their yacht payment, and they've been trolling Diesel just a wee bit. No, a lot. And he can't help himself. He's going for broke. So yeah. So a quick shout out to Diesel. Respect, you being you. And something that you guys may be interested in is, well, as odd as it may sound, we've kind of become friends. And not necessarily friends in the game. Okay, in the game, he would probably, I don't know what he would do. But outside of the game, we've had some friendly chit chats. And honestly, I think that it's time we maybe did an interview with Diesel. No. If you guys have been around a long time watching my videos, not the kind of interview I did with Hetty. Not the one where I do the janky voice and I fake phone call him and I pretend like he's some fat slobbering idiot. Do you guys remember Hetty? Whatever happened to that shit? So, yeah. No, I mean a legit phone call and chit chat because, I'm interested in what he has to say. I mean, I've been talking to him on a friendly basis, and so it'll be a friendly chit chat. Just kind of getting to know Diesel, understanding what he's been up to lately, understanding what his plans with the game are, and just kind of, I don't know, just basically, hey, this is Diesel, because I think that the persona that he takes in the game may or may not actually match his persona in the real life. So I think that he's been kind of cast as the villain, and maybe rightfully so. And it just kind of shares a different light on a more human aspect of things. Because I mean, the game it's pretty one dimensional. Okay, let's be honest. It's like who spends, who cheats, is who wins. And I mean, I log in and I see this shit like double gold for 1 hour, one pack. It's like eat a dick. I just I've had my little relapse, admittedly. But as I go back into it, I'm like, oh yeah, 300 days. It was literally 300 days I did not spend $1. And then I used my Amazon credits that I had before. So I technically really haven't spent. So what I did a year ago is I got a refund. And it was like $5,000 or something like that in Amazon coins and credits and gift cards and whatever. And so it's been sitting there for a long time. Oh, and small update. I did connect with some people at Amazon and they did restore so I did actually get my account back. So that was the part 2 of the story. But I never did a part 2 because I was still grumpy at them forever having to go through that. So that was a small update there. So I did get it back. I got all my stuff back. I've been sitting on it for a long time, partly because I didn't actually know it had been restored. I was so pissed off at Amazon that I didn't even bother logging in. And I logged in, I would say maybe a month and a half ago or something like that. Because I knew I could log in, but not all my stuff was returned yet. And I complained about that, and I don't know when it actually got restored. So I logged in. I said, what? I've got these coins? I've got these gift card balances? Because they did a refund for it. And I was like, oh, well, that's shiny. So, yeah, I got it back. And, yeah, I used it. Because there really isn't any other game in Amazon for coins that I would bother even spending on. So it is what it is. Yeah, that's a small update. And I treat this game like an addiction, to be honest with you guys. And on my personal life, man, I have really been working my ass off. And 2020 hasn't been the most lucky of years for me, frankly speaking. So I think that's a lot of little updates. I'm not really sure where to go from there. But I wanted to trash talk a little bit about this thing, this refined tea time. What the fuck is this? Okay. I mean, sure. But what is it? Okay, refined tea. But what is refined tea? Let's an afternoon tea, pour a cup, and earn contribution points. So it's like this. I don't know what it is. It's just junk. And I can't believe some of you people spend so much money on it. Wait, I can't be a hypocrite. Shut up, Chris. Yeah, no, that's no, 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 no. So I can't be a hypocrite, but I can say treat it like an addiction, take it seriously, be careful about getting wrapped up in it. And yeah, I don't know. I'm just kind of rambling. Why? Why do I feel so chatty today? I've actually been playing another game, and it's really triggered me. It's called Eve Echoes. And so if you've played Eve Online, which I never have, but I've looked at it and it was like, it looks kind of cool. And so Melkor, about 2 or 3 days ago now, whatever, he said, "Ooh, Eve is on." And I'm like, hmm? Because I mean, I've heard of Eve Online before, but I've never known it was mobile. It just popped. It was like first 24 hours, I jumped on it. And I've been playing it. And you guys are about to see a whole bunch of Eve Online content because boy, it's kind of like the game I kind of like. And I'll do a little bit of advertisement for it here. In a nutshell, it is a ruthless space battling game without too much pay to win. So what happens is you can't buy your level. There's a timer. You get like 75. If you spend like $15 a month or something, you get 75 points per hour, per minute, whatever. I don't know, something like that. And that is the cap at how fast you can level. So everybody that started day one on day three is more or less going to be close to the same level. So everybody, unless you start late, progresses pretty much the same. There's some twists, and I'm still getting to know things. I'm a little bit of a noob. I'm a lot of a noob. But check this out. So if someone is a criminal or they're in the wrong area, so there's like high security areas and low security areas. And let's put this in contrast. Okay, so in King of Avalon, the whole thing is just a flat map without really much dynamics to it. It's just junk. So if you're on the outer edge or you're on the inner edge, the only difference is that the game has generated low tiles that are worthless versus high tiles that are useful. It's the only thing. There's no actual consequence to it. But if you're on the edge of the map in, Eve Echoes, let's say over here, this would be what's called low sec or low security. And if you're over here mucking around, mining, doing your own thing, and you get attacked, all is fair in love and war. I think there is some criteria for it, but I'm simplifying it. So you're over here in the low sec area, and you're there. You should know, like, oop, it's a red area. You're gonna get attacked. And in the middle area is high security, so you can kind of chill there and do your thing and not have to worry about it too damn much. So, I think a concept like this could help players, choose their gameplay according to what they want to do. I mean, like sometimes you want to battle and sometimes you don't. And if you're in a high sec area and somebody attacks you, you basically become a criminal. And then criminals you can hunt them and you can put bounties. So, I mean, there's a lot of different dynamics to that game. The King of Avalon really has no friggin' concept of whatsoever. And part two of why I'm playing this. So when I read Space Game, MMO, and these other different dynamics, I was like, wait a second, that sounds oddly familiar. Who's making a space game, with MMO something, 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 and social features and stuff like this? I was like, sounds oddly familiar. And I'll admit that I'm getting some definite inspiration from Eve Echoes. This is the game I want to make with a few twists. So in Eve Echoes, you've got like 2 different levels that you can like get defeated. So you've got your main ship that you can get defeated, and when you lose that, it's gone. It's like gone. So you have to go back to a station, and then like if you had insurance on it, you could repair it like one time. So basically, if your castle gets burned, you're going home and you have to repair it one time. On the second time, you're buying a new ship. There's no insurance on it. And I think there's some other rules on that. You guys can correct me in the comments below. But that sort of concept of like you burn, you start over. So it'd be like SH40 If you get burnt, you're starting over, buddy. And there's no like invincible 14 billion power defense. There's like a set defense, and you can get mobbed and actually burned. So like these people that never have their house burned, okay. So I mean, there's these different concepts. So that's your ship. Then the second level is your pod. So you can have your pod popped, and what would that happen? That would be like a full reset. So when your pod gets popped, like say you're at skill level 5 or 6, that gets popped, you're going all the way back. And I think that the things that you've researched already is available or something like that. But I was messing around with a second clone trying to figure this out today, and I think that Eve Echoes and Eve Online is a little bit different. I'm not sure. It's still kind of early in the game, and again, I'm a noob. But that concept of like 2 levels, and like if you get that second level reset, man, that's brutal. It was super brutal. So it's like, okay, you're starting over, and the way that happens is like being really reckless in these low sec areas, as well as being a criminal. So like if you're a bad guy and you're going into high sec areas and like, popping people or even shooting your weapon, I think if you just accidentally shoot your weapon, you become a wanted criminal and other bad things happen. So you got to be a little more careful. I would say that the game is definitely not noob friendly, and it's not friendly to the general player in King of Avalon because most of the people playing King of Avalon are point and click type people. Sorry, I hope I don't offend anybody when I said that. But what I mean is that it's a dumb game, and it doesn't really require a lot of thought or skill. With this Eve shit, I'm breaking out spreadsheets, and like, you know, it's a complex game. It's nerd porn. So, yeah, I mean, it really caters to the kind of game that I like, and there's thousands of people in there. So there's other people that like it too. But this isn't maybe like a game that you'd give to your grandma. I think grandma probably wouldn't be kicking around in Eve Online. There's a couple grandmas that could roll with it, but the average grandma would open it up and she'd be like, "This is too complicated. I can't even figure out how to can farm." Because I mean, like sometimes you just want to just chill and farm in a game, and that is not the case with Eve. It's hardcore. It's nerd porn. So there you go. I mean, like we've covered a couple of different things in this, but in the bottom line takeaway is if you're a nerd and you're watching my videos, you might want to check out Eve Online. And also, if there's things about Eve Online that you like about the game and you would like to see in Space Revenge, drop me a comment, hit me up on Discord, because there's some interesting concepts that I think that I like. I think the way that they handle traveling and things like this, it's kind of cool. And I could definitely see some elements of, high security areas and low security areas fitting into, the concept of my game, because the concept of my game is a solar system. Okay, that maps pretty well. And there's just going to be, different areas. So it'll be a little bit of a blend between King of Avalon and Eve Online. So because my game is a solar system, you do in concept have something that's more of this fixed open space area type thing. Whereas Eve is more like main points with things surrounding it. So like with Eve, there is a map. You can, I think, in theory, go everywhere, but in principle, you're not going to be going turtle speed to the middle of nowhere. It wouldn't be. There would be no point to it. It'd be anyway. So there's a map, but it's points on a map instead of a full grid like King of Avalon. So King of Avalon is a full grid. Anyway, you guys, I hope, get the point. So I'm taking inspiration from that, and I'm gonna keep playing it because I don't know, I like it. It's interesting, and I think some of you guys might like it too. So if you end up going on there, hit me up on Discord. My corporation name is R777. Okay, that's pretty easy. And if you need the corporate mission, we normally keep a couple of slots open in R777 in order to help people. Because my theme in general is kind of making tutorials and helping people, and that's in general what I kind of want to do when I play games, except for when I'm killing Chinese. Yeah, something like that. So, so the corp is open. Everybody's welcome, Chinese, Western, everybody. So if you need the mission, just apply. We'll probably accept you. If you're inactive, we kick you. If you're not a contributor, we'll kick you, but you'll at least get the mission. And you'll notice that it's difficult to get into corporations, so this just makes it hopefully easier for you guys. This video is way too long. I'm going to be posting a whole bunch of short videos. Just expect to be flooded with Eve Online content or Eve Echoes content. If you guys hate it, just jump in and dislike the shit out of it. It'll still help my algorithm. Either way it goes. But I love you guys. Thanks again for KvK. Drop a comment below if you want to have the actual real telephone interview with Diesel. Yeah, that's what we got going on. All right, bye-bye for now.